Goldberg, Goldberg, Goldberg. Today on the Screwjob podcast, or tonight, whatever time it is, we're going to be talking about Goldberg and WWE. Well, I say we're, I mean it's just me again. So Mike here from the Screwjob podcast. We're going to talk about Goldberg. So, in case you're not familiar with Goldberg, he was a bald man, wore black trunks, had some knee braces, and kicked a lot of ass. Excuse me, I gotta hit myself with a stick. Ow! Goldberg is what we like to call, in this case for WWE, a big fish in a small pond / small sea, moving to an ocean, which the ocean in this metaphor is WWE. Generally, you're not supposed to, explain a metaphor on the fly, but I'm doing it. So, Goldberg was one of the few actually, homegrown talents that WCW ever, made through the power plant. He racked up a massive undefeated streak, an alleged 173 wins to 0 losses. Then he lost to, who was it? It was, I think, he lost to Kevin Nash after Scott Hall came and hit him with a stun gun. It was stupid. Then he ended Bret Hart's career with a kick to the dome. Got injured in 2001, which meant WCW got bought out while he was, still under his Time Warner contract. And we didn't see him for a couple years until 2003, when he was signed to WWE for 1 year. And that 1 year is going to be important when it comes to things that come later. That didn't make much sense none. So, first off, it's the night after WrestleMania, I believe it was WrestleMania 19. Yes, it was. It was WrestleMania 19, night after WrestleMania 19. The Rock just defeated Austin, not the main event, in one of the matches. And he's getting ready to leave wrestling. And all of a sudden you hear Goldberg's music. Dun, 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 etc. And everyone in the crowd already knows this Goldberg. It's going to be awesome. He's done with his Time Warner contract. He's now able to wrestle for WWE. Everyone's excited. Then they cut to him backstage. We already know who it is. Why are you going to botch his entrance like that? So, already starting off on a bad foot. Then we get a few weeks in. He's having a backstage confrontation, if you will, with Goldust. Everyone loves Goldust. Then Goldust takes a blonde wig and just puts it on Goldberg. And he sits there for 7 seconds looking like an idiot with a wig on his head. And then he just takes it off and issues a dumb insult, a dumb threat, if you will. And at this point, I'm watching through this and I'm saying, what the heck are you doing? Well, I didn't watch at this time, but I get what's going on. Because Goldberg was a badass, hit me with a stick. Ow. And, well, actually, American Badass, never mind. I shouldn't have gotten hit with that, but I'll hit myself again. How? Goldberg was awesome, and he was kicking butt, and then you go and demasculate him like that on live TV. And, if this was WCW, the guy who did that would be dead. He would be murdered in the ring by Goldberg. But no, Goldust just gets off with a threat, so already starting off on the wrong foot. Let's skip ahead a couple months. He, after beating down The Rock in his debut, he fights The Rock at, I believe it was Unforgiven. I didn't write it down, should have. And we keep going, and then Goldberg is inserted into the World Heavyweight title picture. Current champion at that point is Triple H in the Reign of Terror, as most fans like to call it. I'm sure we'll cover that at some point. Now, originally it was supposed to be a one-on-one match, and then it got boggled into a massive Elimination Chamber match. And it also turned out to be one of the shortest Elimination Chamber matches in history. And we are going to start our first match at, let's go with 4 minutes 45 seconds for you guys. And the start time for this match is 2 hours 11 minutes 23 at SummerSlam 2003. Gonna start in 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the match. All right. So, again, this got boggled down. It was originally just supposed to be Triple H and Goldberg in the match, but sources say, or many people have said, that Goldberg said no to Vince for filling in for Triple H on an Australian tour, and this was probably an extension of his punishment being put in this. And, well, you'll see what happens if you're watching along, and you'll hear my disgust with what happens if you are listening along. Howard Finkel, giving that introduction, I love it. Oh, and that gives me time to take a minute away from my notes and just sit and relax and watch wrestling with you guys. Oh, sweet, the Evolution theme. Bam! Evolution is a mystery. Excuse me. Down. Oh, yes, here comes Orton. Young man Randy Orton. He would actually win the World Heavyweight title from murderer Chris Benoit a year later at SummerSlam 2004. That's gonna be fun. It's sad because it's great imagery of him like holding the title, all happy, and it's beautiful pictures. And we'll never see him again because of all the controversy with Benoit. And again, I'm sure I'll have a great time covering Chris Benoit in the future. Gosh darn, that's gonna suck when that comes up. I'm also adjusting volume on the fly because I don't know what I want to do yet for it. A lot of stalling going on right now, just waiting for the match to start. Yes, get in that pod, Randy. I think, if I remember correctly, Chris Jericho's in this match, and it'll be years before he calls himself a sexy pinata, but I think that terminology will also apply. Oh yes, Kevin Nash was in this, and he got his hair shaved by Chris Jericho on Raw. I remember this. Because reasons. So he's coming in with his, it looks like his Oz hair. If you've ever seen Kevin Nash's Oz, it's amazing. Never mind, Oz had the Brillo pad. He just looks dumb. In general. But he was Super Shredder, and he was in Magic Mike, apparently. Haven't seen Magic Mike, but kind of have to now that Kevin Nash is in it, playing a sexy old stripper. I just said that out loud. Oh, right. Hurry up, Kevin. Don't blow out your quads getting to the ring. Hey-o. He's already in the ring. I'm in his pod, but that's okay. It's funny because Kevin Nash tears his quads. Oh, that reminds me. I actually have figures I can grab. I can grab some just so I can have something to keep me company while I watch. And here comes the game. Triple H. No, I'm knocking stuff over. So I actually have every person involved in this match except for Goldberg. Oddly enough. I got Triple H. Gonna pop a squat over here on the couch. Next to his BFF, Shawn Michaels. Kevin Nash also is BFF. Gonna put him right there. And I guess Randy's gonna sit over on the other side, away from everyone else. And Chris Jericho in your collector's edition Defining Moments box, you get to sit on a table, buddy. Man, I'm lonely. Also, Triple H wearing some biker shorts. It's really weird. And he was working hard at this point, and that will become very apparent with the finish of this match and one of Shawn Michaels' super kicks. Since 1998, he's been doing stuff, apparently. I wasn't listening to Jim Ross. I always should, though. Jim Ross is a hero. Let's see, who else do I have that I can grab that's involved in this entire show about Goldberg? Because this entire thing is dedicated to Goldberg. I don't have a Lesnar figure, and I do have Kevin Owens, but I'm not going to watch that match. Yeah, that's it. I could grab Kevin, but, you know what, I'll grab him. Da-da-da, da-da, here he comes, Goldberg, in his homogenized music. That's kind of like his WCW one. There you go, Kevin Owens, chill with Randy. You guys can be unlikely friends. Like a cop show. I'd watch that, Randy and Kevin's cop show. Here he comes, Goldberg. I will say, he has some classic pyro. Just stands in the sparklers. It's great. I also love, who was it? Crud. Goldberg. He was great. His, in case you didn't know, Goldberg was a WWE jobber in the during the Attitude Era on the Monday Night Wars to poke fun at Goldberg. He came out, got 2 miniature sparklers, and was sprayed with a fire extinguisher every time he went to the ring. It was great. I love it, personally. And I love gimmicks in my wrestling. I would like more. Every wrestler, and I'm sure I've complained about this before, every wrestler today, he's just some guy who wrestles. Like, there's nothing to him. Like, call me stupid or whatever, but I love Repo Man. And I would take a Repo Man character today. I'll take anything stupid, just entertaining, something that's better than just this boring, bland crap. Like, the wrestling quality is great. The quality of match is amazing. But the problem is, none of the characters are interesting. Right? Like, Jinder Mahal was just thrown into the championship picture, becoming probably the worst champion. One of the worst WWE champions of all time. Because, you know, he was Indian and they wanted to expand the Indian market. I complained about that before. But that's neither here nor there. All I know is that I want more gimmicks, and what we have now is no gimmicks. And here comes sexy pinata himself, Chris Jericho, not getting locked up already. Just to start in the match. Then he has, I don't remember if it was 19 or not, but I know that Chris Jericho has an amazing match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. I want to say it was 19 or 21. But who knows, doesn't matter. And so this feud goes on for a while in general, like, not feud, this like storyline with Goldberg. It goes on for a long while. This rivalry between Triple H and Goldberg. That was the word I was looking for. And here comes Sexy Boy himself, one of my personal favorites, Shawn Michaels. I think I put him at number 2 on my top 10 list. That'll come out eventually. There he is, Shawn not wearing his Pooh Gardner trowels or whatever. Not trowels, trousers that he wore in the first Elimination Chamber match. Oh man, the old Raw stuff with the metal and the sparks. Fancy. Here he comes, and he's wearing some weird gear. Like, not his tights, but he's just wearing some studded crap, and I don't know why. And I feel like that could be used as a weapon, but I don't think it will be. Also, I forgot, Ric Flair is out there with Triple H. I didn't even notice him come to the ring. I do have some Ric Flair stuff, but I'm not getting up again. So, I am going to be testing a very interesting experiment here. Which would be trying to switch matches, because I don't like to edit. No one does. And I'm coming up on our deadline. Because, fun fact, this was recorded the day before it's supposed to come out, if I did this right. So, it's Thursday, just after midnight. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it all goes to plan and I don't have to edit. Even if I do, it'll just be like, I'll do a quick cut and call it a day. Because I have to go to work. I had to go to work in the morning. In 8 hours I have to go to work. That's okay. Hopefully I'll get Matt back at some point. That'll be nice. And Matt, if you're listening to this video, thank you. Love you, buddy. There you go, Shawn. Oh yeah, that was Michael's first SummerSlam. 89, Christ. I also want to do a list, because I was talking to Matt about Mario Jannetty's in wrestling. I really want to do a list or just a video dedicated to the concept of a Marty Jannetty, because it's an amazing thing to me. Because sometimes people have just as much skill, or even more, than the person who's getting pushed. And they are still the Marty. It's incredible. Sometimes you're just picked, man. The brass ring is in front of you. And you have to grab it, apparently. But back to calling this match. So we got Chris and Shawn starting, two of my all-time favorites, going at it. Oh, going for a pin. Nope. Reverse it into a pin. These guys are really evenly matched, and I love that booking. Ooh, a slap. Stop being so goddamn good at your work. Just swore partially. Ow. There you go. Back body drop. Beautiful, Shawn. I think he just took his ponytail out. Wasn't really paying attention. He's just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. God, just great counters. Oh, going for the walls? Walls of Jericho? Nope, roll up into a pin. 1, 2. Ooh, kick out. I will say, this may be the shortest elimination chamber match in history, but it's still very entertaining. Like, a lot of this technical stuff is great. Lion Salt. Wow, he landed on his feet. I don't remember that at all. That was pretty impressive. That was awesome. Give it that. I'm marking out, bro. Oh, 9 seconds till the next competitor comes in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God, I hate that. That's a thing now. Whenever there's a timer, Royal Rumble's gonna suck. Not because of the match. It's gonna be because there's gonna be 2 of them, and there's gonna be the countdown counter every 10 seconds. We're gonna hear them count down, and then do the noise, and it's annoying. Nice drop kick. I miss those Randy drop kicks. Ooh, onto the steel. Shawn, the first one to taste the steel. Get those knife-edge chops. That was Ric Flair-esque. You're right, Jim Ross. I love you. You're my spirit animal. Actually, Chris Jericho's my spirit animal. I haven't decided yet. Kick out 2. I think someone... I don't know if that was Triple H or just someone off camera just telling Randy to wake up. Probably Triple H. Because they are in Evolution at this point. Teaming. And a year later, they would just abruptly end the partnership. Which is a really massive blown opportunity. I will get to that at some point also. About Triple H ruining Randy Orton's career for a while. Until he got back into it as a heel. Kicked more butt. But that's a story for another time. Till then, we just got Randy, Chris, and Shawn beating on each other in a cage. Which, you know, that's a lot more kinky than it sounds. No weapons in this match yet. Also, I keep cracking my jaw, and I'm sure it's going to pick up, and it's going to be very annoying for everyone. Ooh, back body drop onto the steel. Oh, wrestling, you so fun. He's the best in the world at what he does, and he's from Winnipeg, you idiot. He's Chris Jericho, and I love that man. Oh, body slam onto the steel. Take that, Randy, you heel. You mean, vicious heel. Oh. Going for a drop kick into the walls of Jericho. There you go, Chris. Put the walls on Shawn. It is pinfall or submission. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe Kevin Nash is the next person to come in. I was correct. Here comes Big Kev. Beating up on Randy. Thrown to the chain. Ooh, get him. Get him, Big Kev. Of course, Kevin and Jericho have some beef at this moment. Because previously Jericho had shaved Kevin's hair off. His luscious locks. Off his face. Oh, just lawn darting into the cage. I love that. And drops to the ground so he can blade, I'm sure. Yep, just... Oh, Randy just all over Sean. Punched him in the face. There you go, rub against the chains. I love that spot. Looks so brutal. I do like that analogy by Jim Ross. A series of head-on car crashes. That is a good way to define this match. Ooh, nice sidewalk slam. See, at this point, Kevin Nash is still relatively mobile. Yep, there's the blood from Chris. Y2J. Clothesline. Looks stiff as hell. There you go. Come on. Sean just, getting laid into. Chris back up. Knife edge chops. They gotta take out Big Sexy. And that was his actual nickname. Oh, going for the jackknife already. Super kick. And a roll up. And Kevin Nash is out. First elimination. Bye, Big Kev. Big Sexy. Don't tear your quads on the way out. Dun, dun. Waiting for Goldberg. Oh boy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here comes Triple H, pose friend, and mock Goldberg, and then get hit with Sweet Chin music. By the way, Triple H will be dead for the next portion of this match. He will be dead until Goldberg is the only one left. Fun fact. Also, new drinking game on the spot. Take a drink every time I count down to 10. We should be 4 drinks in. Or count down to 1. Yeah, at least 5 to 1. So we're at least 4 shots in. I don't drink, but I should take them. I will take them when I turn 21. That's a promise. And then I'll record a video. Jackknife power bombs all around. Kevin, you were eliminated, though. Yeah, put that fist up. You're a bad boy. Bye, Kevin. Bye, Kevin Nash. You can close that door a little faster, buddy. You don't have to close it that slow. I don't know why the ring hand was taking a sweet time. And everyone's just lying around waiting for Goldberg to enter. Go for it, G-Berg. Oh, Sean's bleeding now. What's new there? Oh, Sean trying to pin Orton. Oh, Orton gets the foot on the ropes. He's going to try to pin Chris. 1, 2. Foot on the rope also. kill some more time. I think Goldberg was just pounding on his pod, and Ric Flair almost ruined that shot. He wasn't even yelling, he just opened his mouth. He like did a yelling motion but didn't make a sound. That was odd. And Shawn on spaghetti legs as per usual. Everyone else getting up slowly, all on spaghetti. And there's Triple H just sleeping. Sleeping while legitimately hurt. They're all fighting on spaghetti legs. Jericho the first one to go down, then Orton, and then Shawn on his own. They're just bashing each other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fifth shot. Here comes Goldberg. Punch to Orton. Punch to Jericho. Punch to Shawn. Shawn selling his butt off. I love it. Just keep going. I do love Shawn Michaels selling. And his overselling. Gorilla Press. Oh, I don't know what that move's called, but I love it. It's like a shoulder tackle after a military press. I love that move. Now Michaels and Shawn teaming up on Goldberg. They might hate each other, but they hate Goldberg more, and they're both down after a clothesline. Double clothesline. Oh, Orton only won the ring. Goldberg setting up for the spear. Spear! Oh, he's down. He's dead. 1, 2, 3. I forgot that also count. No, wait, it wouldn't count as a shot. Don't worry about it. Jericho at the top rope with a missile drop kick. Go for the pin. 1. A 1 count. Dude, come on. Uh-oh. Oh, it's right. Gorilla Press. I guess it would be a Gorilla Press slam. Oh, just thrown right into the metal. I forgot the word for chain for a minute. Shawn just chilling behind Goldberg, punches him in the face once. Don't set up for a sweet chin music or anything. Oh, a Ric Flair-esque bump. And Triple H is back up, but not entering the ring. Just hanging out in his pod. Uh-oh. Watch out, Jericho. Goldberg setting up behind you for a spear through the quote-unquote bulletproof glass. Remember that word. And there he goes, completely through it. Rest in peace, Chris Jericho. Don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back in the story later after he gets pinned. Also, seeing the time that I'm at, I'm going to cut the ending part. Oh, I just noticed a Shawn Michaels kip up that I didn't notice on the side. Shawn's going to go for the elbow at the top rope. Hits it. Beautiful. Alright, let's tune up the band. Sweet chin music time. I mean, the other one killed Triple H for about 10 minutes, so let's see what this one does. Nope, he missed. Spear! I'm actually enjoying this, oddly enough. I don't really like Goldberg's body of work, but I'm enjoying this match. And that's something I haven't said in a long time. Oh, going for the jackhammer. Ah, jackhammer. That's it. You're done, Shawn. Shawn's dead. Shawn's gone. Triple H still barely alive on his feet. Oh, Jericho's back in the ring. He's setting up for another spear. The ref is rolling. I believe that's Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner is rolling Shawn out of the ring. And spear. Jericho's dead. Alright, give him the jackhammer, call it a night. then all you have to do is beat up Triple H and you can be the World Heavyweight Champion. And all that's left is Triple H. The man with a nose somehow bigger than mine. Terrorizing, as he was known in WCW. Matt's gonna enjoy that fact, telling Ric Flair to close it. And hold the door. A lot of stalling going on. Also, Rick just kicking a referee and fighting off cameraman. I love it. I love you, crazy old man Rick. There you go. Oh, flipping off Goldberg. And Triple H flipping off. So Ric Flair's middle fingers were blurred, but Triple H's wasn't. Oh, kicking right through the bulletproof, quote-unquote, bulletproof glass. The unbreakable... So now it's plexiglass, also. According to Jim Ross, it's now unbreakable plexiglass. Oh, boy. Now they're just two men fighting in a pod. And Earl Hebner's in there, too, for some reason. Why is Earl Hebner trying to get him off so bad? It's no disqualification in the Elimination Chamber. I don't know what his problem is. Goldberg. Face first, right into the chain. Face first, into the chain again. One more time for good measure. Hold up, looks like he's gonna do it again. No, drags his face against the chain. Classico. Let's see what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do, GB. Goldberg getting tossed into the thing now. Into the chain. Also, I was going to make a joke, and I forgot to make it at the beginning, so I'll make it now. This Goldberg is not to be confused with Goldberg, the goalie from Mighty Ducks. Just want to make that entirely clear. Not the same person. Sadly. I would love to see Mighty Ducks with actual Bill Goldberg as the child. Not the child, as the goalie. I'm a weird person. I'm tired. Now I am working in 7 hours, 45 minutes. So we're going places. Triple H has a sledgehammer, Ric Flair passed to him, and hit in the head. Hey, guess what? That's the end of the match, folks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boo! Crap match. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to end here for this part. I don't want to watch the post-match beatdown personally. Yeah, that's how SummerSlam 03 ends, by the way. It's post-match beatdown. So, after losing in the dumbest fashion imaginable at SummerSlam, Goldberg goes on and wins the world title from Triple H at Unforgiven, then defends it a couple times, and then loses it in a triple threat involving Kane. Oddly enough, years later, last year, Royal Rumble, Kane was involved in another triple threat, and he was the scapegoat for the pin. Funny how things barely change in over 10 years, in over a decade. So after losing the world title, Goldberg's floating around for a bit, and he wants a shot at a world championship, so he enters into the Royal Rumble. He's number 30. Out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar, after fighting a quote-unquote grueling match with Hardcore Holly, no joke, shows up and eliminates Goldberg for no reason. Then we jump ahead to No Way Out in, I guess that would be 04 now, No Way Out 04. And this is Eddie Guerrero's title win against Brock Lesnar. So Brock's defending the title. And oddly enough, WWE seems to ignore this moment in history a lot, probably because it was Eddie's big moment and he got stuffed because of this. and he got the title because of this. Goldberg interferes and hits Lesnar with a spear and a jackhammer, I believe, and he wins the WWE title. Then on SmackDown, following this, Brock Lesnar cuts a really odd promo, and I want to highlight this quote: "Eddie Guerrero stole my title," and then he says, "Give me Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg." So yeah, that happens. It makes no sense because previously he said the title was his life, and that Eddie Guerrero quote stole it from him. Don't beat me up, Brock Lesnar. I'm sure you're a nice man. But everyone knows how this match is going to go. Brock Lesnar's the young man. The torch is going to be passed to him, and Goldberg's going to bow out because it's the end of his contract. But you would think that would happen. But guess what? Brock Lesnar announces that he's quitting to go join the NFL. So now what do? We're going to cheer for for Steve Austin, the referee who's not going to get back into the ring ever. It's a mess. So going in, we're at WrestleMania 20 at Madison Square Garden, so you know that's going to be a friendly crowd. And both men are booed out of the building, and it's one of the worst WrestleMania matches of all time. And I promise eventually I will get to it. But it's not happening now. So now we jump ahead 13 whole years. 13 years, and this all happens because of a video game. Because of a video game, WWE 2K17, I think it was. Yeah, it was 17. Goldberg is asked in an interview if he could fight Lesnar, and Goldberg challenges it and says that it would not be that big of a match that he'd like to go again. So Brock Lesnar and manager Paul Heyman call him out, and oh my gosh, it's amazing what's happening because this is actually entertaining TV for Raw, and it hasn't been like that in a while. So after all this talking, we go to Survivor Series, where after Brock challenges him, it's now going to be the main event of Survivor Series, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, after an amazing 5-on-5 elimination match, men's elimination match. Because this was during the first year of the brand split 2.0. So we get that amazing match, and we're just going to bring it to that. If you've seen this match or you've heard anything about this match, you know what it is, you know how it happens. So I'm going to start at Brock Lesnar's entrance, I believe. And that'll be, I'm going to quickly pause it. We are going to start at 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 7 seconds. Oddly enough, this doesn't have a timer, or not a timer, a spot. Like, every match has a spot of when it's happening on the thing. This one doesn't for some reason. So I'm going to pause at that. Okay, so let's start 10 seconds. No, let's start 15. So start your pay-per-view in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is Survivor Series 2016 at 3 hour, 14 minute, 7 second mark. And here comes Brock Lesnar with his sweet music, his remix theme. So I want to talk about Goldberg's push when he first came in WCW while we're here, because it reminds me a lot of what Brock Lesnar's push was. He was a big, strong dude who got pushed to the moon and kicked a lot of butt and drew a lot of comparisons. So, oddly enough, the WrestleMania 20 thing was going to be a dream match until both men decided to quit. Take their balls and go home, if you will. Famously, Shane McMahon was spotted in the crowd at WrestleMania 20 off the camera chanting, "You sold out" with the fans. It's amazing. And here comes Brackety Brock Lesnar. Bork Laser, Broccoli. Hold on, what are Brock names? Can I come? Broccoli Gwoznik. I don't know. Guac Lesnar. Bad commentary. Michael Cole commentary is what I like to call it. At least we have Corey Graves. I don't really like him, but he's better than Michael. Here comes Brock, just moving about the ring. Give the mic to Heyman already. One of the best speakers in the business. Paul Heyman, best talkers of all time. I did just watch Raw recently, and I saw Heyman on the Moment of Bliss, God, that was weird. A weird ending. It was kind of funny, but it was really odd. Also, if you're watching this in the time span that I'm talking about, Raw on Monday the 14th, 2019, January 14th, it was insane. The last hour was insane. I got home from one of my things. Not going to go into my personal life, and it was awesome. Here comes big sweaty Goldberg at age 50, gray beard and all, showing up to kick butt. Oh, listen to that crowd chant, Goldberg. Everyone loves this dude at this point, by the way. It's not like 03 where he had some resentment coming in and just getting a push because he was a WCW guy, and he was the biggest star that they had at the end of their run, oddly enough, arguably. Except for, like, Scott Steiner. I love Scott Steiner. I can't wait to talk about him more in depth. But that's going to be a very NSFW show. I like to keep it light, and I like to keep less swearing and stuff, because it's less professional and not as funny, oddly enough, to just swear. Because there's no jokes being made, and, oh, he stuck his privates in her butthole. That's not funny. That's just stupid. And profanity doesn't help a cause. The only time you'll ever hear me say like, holy crap, would be if something insane happened. Like Mick Foley flying off the cage, flying off a Hell in a Cell, and then going through the roof. Those moments legitimately had me going, holy fook. Because it was insane. And here comes Goldberg. Goldberg. So, let's just keep an eye. I'm just going to keep an eye on, or keep an ear out for when the bell rings. Because bell to bell, this is going to be great and insane. Goldberg. Also, this match just starts great. And yeah, one of the main reasons this match was happening, it was Brock's, like, only major loss of his career in a stinker match. Bell started. Sorry. They're gonna do commentary. They're gonna do their introductions first. Is Heyman not gonna ask for the mic? I forgot about this then. Blork Lesnar. This is great. I'm excited. I love this match. I love it for all the wrong reasons. From Hotlanta. Yeah, Goldberg! I just noticed his crappy tattoo under his right arm. That looks dumb. But he's got the classic thorn thing on his left. On his left arm, yeah, it's great. Goldberg. Ring the bell, please. God, they're two big horsemen. They're great. This was legitimately one of the most exciting matches to happen, and it left me speechless. Bell's rung. Alright, start this thing. Portugal, I just saw a Portugal flag. Shout out to my friend Cliff. I really just don't want to talk during this. This is great. Also, Lesnar just pushed to the ground. Also, personally, I just want to say this. I like Lesnar with his beard better than clean-shaven Lesnar, personally. I think he looks more like a bad A. Spear! Hit him with a spear. Setting up for another one. By the way, at this point while I was watching this live, I already had my hands on my head. Another spear. Because I personally did not know what was happening. Because I was confused how a 50-year-old man was doing this. Goldberg. Get up. Oh, this is great. Listen to that Goldberg chant. He's not the icon. That's Sting Corey. Going for a jackhammer. I believe that's the same way he beat him at WrestleMania 20 in that terrible match. Jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. That's the match. That blew my mind when I watched it live. I sat here on my couch for a good 10 minutes later trying to figure out what the heck just happened. So, ending that, Brock Lesnar just lost to Goldberg, a man who was 50, in 1 minute 26 seconds. So that was insane. So Goldberg, he decides to stick around for a bit, and that brings us to the Royal Rumble. Both Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are in the match. Brock Lesnar enters at number 26, a little tongue-in-cheek reference to his minute 26 loss. Goldberg, I believe, entered at 27 or 28, doesn't matter, 28, and he then eliminates Brock Lesnar within 21 seconds of being in the ring, of getting into the ring. It was great. Then we jump straight to Fastlane. Goldberg asks for a title shot, and he is granted it by Raji M. I believe it was Mick Foley still, and then he faces Kevin Owens at Fastlane for the Universal Championship, and that was a slow-motion murder. After what felt like an hour of stalling, Kevin Owens is beaten in 22 seconds flat, and Goldberg, the 50-year-old man, becomes the Universal Champion. So insanity is happening. So then we jump straight to WrestleMania 33. Also, Chris Jericho distracted Kevin Owens, which allowed Goldberg for the match to actually start and Goldberg to win. So after all that insanity, at WrestleMania 33, we're getting Lesnar versus Goldberg again in a match for the Universal Championship. And let's watch that match right now. The time slot for that is 3 hours, 49 minutes, and 50 seconds. I'm just going to bring it up on the network now. 50 seconds? What I wanted? Alright. Or, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's around that time slot. 3 hour, 49, 48 is where I'm starting personally. And we're going to start at 15 seconds again. So 47:15. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Brock Lesnar's music, starting off with a good some music. So yeah, this is going to be, spoilers, Goldberg's last match, which kind of spoils the ending. But going in, everyone's excited for this match. I'm excited for this match. I don't really care about Lesnar matches. I think he's kind of overrated. And again, I don't really care about Goldberg's body of work, but this is exciting. Also, at this WrestleMania, The Undertaker's quote-unquote retirement was happening, and that made everyone sad until he showed up at WrestleMania 34 and squashed John Cena for no reason. It was odd. It was great. Almost finished my milk. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I do like how they have a roller coaster. I don't know if it functions at all, but it was the greatest thrill ride, I think was the name for WrestleMania, the ultimate thrill ride or whatever. Doesn't matter. It was a dumb tagline. Also, the show, hindsight, not that great. Best moment was the Raw Tag Team Championship where the Hardy Boys returned. It was great. Dun 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 dun. Big Brocky Lesnar. Look at that pyro. Get it, Brock. Something we can't afford anymore at normal shows. Only at WrestleMania and in Saudi effing Arabia. Oh boy. At least I can put that in my titles, in my tags, right, controversial in there. That gets them views, am I right? I'm also really looking forward to giving my final thoughts on Goldberg's entire run in WWE. That'll be fun. And then go back to being sleep deprived as I go to work in 7 hours and 30 minutes. Of course, I'm going to edit immediately after this, create a thumbnail. I think I'm going to go with Goldberg with the wig on his head. And if you didn't see in last week's thumbnail, I put myself on a fan's hat. So I think I'm going to keep doing that. Put some of our faces in as little Easter eggs. If you can find us, point us out in the comments. If you want to comment, please comment. It at least tells me that people are watching it, other than myself and Matt. Because I'll listen to it when I edit, or when I'm working on like schoolwork, or like playing a game of Civ 5. We'll put it on a playlist. Just throw me a line, throw us a line, comment on our Facebook. I always like seeing new faces, and hearing new things. I think, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I want to let everyone post on the page, but I'm not sure if I want to give everyone that power yet, because that's a dangerous tool. So I probably will, and we'll see what happens. If people abuse it, then it will be gone. Here comes Goldberg with his big, red, dumb-looking belt. Gosh darn, the Universal Championship looked stupid. And it still looks dumb. But, well, I don't get to see it on TV much, do I? Because Lesnar, at the time of this recording, has the title. He doesn't show up to work. And you know what? Whatever, I don't care. It's not that big a deal. Seth Rollins has been lighting up Raw. Also, Bobby Lashley, new Intercontinental Champion as of this week. And I wanted to talk about this earlier. Completely forgot about it. All Elite Wrestling is a thing. That's insane to me. That's going to be interesting. Chris Jericho signed with them. Everything's going to be very interesting going forward in WWE. Apparently, the Revival might be asking for their release. Their great tag team has been mishandled on Raw. Everything's insane. Kushida is apparently going to go to NXT. That'll be awesome. I don't know if he'll be bringing his Back to the Future gimmick. It'll be interesting. Oh man, they're hucking WWE champions, which I played, and it completely kills my phone every time I try to play it. Fun fact. So I always download it for the codes or whatever, and then I just immediately delete it afterwards. I had to do that with 2 codes I have from buying WWE 2K18. 19? What year is it? What year did I just buy? 19. Yes, give us that Heyman introduction. It's what I came for. Turning it up for Heyman. Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar. Yeah, also, recording at 1 a.m. Probably gonna get yelled at a little later. If Paul doesn't wrap up soon, I might get yelled at. Brock Lesnar. There he goes. Thank you, Paul. From Hotlanta, once again. Oh, he's getting booed. That's interesting. I'm sure if fans knew what was coming, they would cheer for Goldberg. Let's just say it, it's pretty obvious Brock's gonna win this match. If I didn't spoil it already by saying it's Goldberg's last match, he's going to win this match, Brock is. And we will not see, well, I'll talk about it later, but stuff will happen with the belt. And it will be very annoying for everyone involved. Oh boy. Alright, let's go, boys. Get it on. One of the most hyped matches of WrestleMania. Suplex to begin the match. German suplex. 2 Germans. Bringing a suplex city, biatch. 3 suplexes. And into a spear immediately. They have all their finishers stored up for this match. Going for another spear. Yep. Oh boy. Brock rolls out of the ring. Goldberg getting up again. Goldberg's going for him. Spear through the barricade. Come on, Goldberg. Hit that OMG moment. Boom. There you go. This is a good way to have this match. Also, Brock's head is massively red. That's something he can do very well, is just put all the blood in his skull. In his head. It's insane. Man, this is just hype match. Hype. All hype. Goldberg chant. Start that. Drink for Goldberg. I don't know. I'm tired. Going for a jackhammer. Nope, into an F5. Transitioned. Brock reverses. Nope. Pushed out of it. Spear! 4 spears, 1 match. Excuse me, I am tired. Going for the jackhammer. Jackhammer. 1, 2, kick out. It's WrestleMania season. Everyone gets their resilience up. Oh boy. And the yes chants. Going for another spear. Get out of the ring, Brock. Look, he's in position. That's a great line. I forgot about that leapfrog. That was impressive. And Goldberg straight into the ring post. Turnbuckle. Into a suplex. German suplex. Another German. Another German. Going for a third. Yep, a third German suplex. So we're at 6, I believe, total. That's 7 German suplexes. 7 Germans. 8 Germans. Give us 9 Germans. 9. Oh, there's the 10, the Ty Dillinger chant. Yay. And there's number 10. Now, get him with the F5. Put him down. End this. End this for my sake, so I can go to bed. Going for an F5. That's 1. See? Is that it? 3. 3 count. Brock Lesnar's the Universal Champion. And that's the end of Goldberg in WWE for his second run. Okay, so time for a little reflecting. His first run with WWE. Oh my god, they botched it. They ruined that thing. They were handed an amazing opportunity and just threw him right in the dumpster. Like, having that wig put on his head. Like, oh my gosh, what are you thinking? That was a mess up and a half. There was no coming back from that, to be honest. But his second run was amazing compared to his first. Goldberg wrestled, what was it, 4 matches total. And that match was like 5 minutes. 3 of them were under 2 minutes. So let's say he wrestled like 8 minutes for just 8 minutes in one run. And it was handled incredibly. Like he was booked like Goldberg should have been booked, like how he was booked in WCW and squash matches, pretty much. It was great. Yeah, just going back to his first run though, it was a mess. Like WrestleMania 20, there's no scrubbing that from the memories. If you've seen it, you've seen it. Even outsiders or people who don't care about wrestling know it was a crap match. Uh, and apparently Goldberg had a crappy attitude backstage. Like Chris Jericho and him had a scuffle where Chris Jericho put him in a legitimate headlock uh, backstage because they were fighting, and I don't know, it was odd. But apparently now he's back in their good graces, much like the Ultimate Warrior when he came back. He was put back in their good graces. So the real question is, will we ever get another Goldberg run? I'd say not likely, to be honest. He's old. He's probably happy being retired. I think he's also done in Hollywood after starring in the classic Santa's Sleigh, where he met his wife. Fun fact, his wife played a stripper, and he met his wife on the set of Santa's Sleigh. Just a fun fact. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up. So I'm Mike from the Screwjob Podcast. Subscribe to us on Facebook, Screwjob Podcast. I believe if you used at SJ Podcast, type it all out. You will be able to link our names so all your friends can see it. We have a Twitter that only really announces when our videos are coming out every week. Every week on Friday. Man, I'm tired. Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So it's at Screwjob Podcast. We also have a Patreon that I haven't done yet, and I promise it's on my list of things to do. And that's pretty much it. So I'm Mike. Subscribe to our or follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Check out our Twitter. Maybe eventually our Patreon. So that's it. I'm Mike from the Screwjob Podcast. Thank you all for listening. Have a nice week, y'all.